So as we're seeing, it does just totally shred. Well, chat, I can safely say that is a massive upgrade. Thanks, Sean. Welcome, interlopers, to another day. Experimental has added supercharged spots. Okay, let's see what this does. This could be neat. Supercharged. So these must be those supercharged slots. They're not linked. Do you have any way of moving this so that they are linked up? I'm very curious what this will do. You cannot move them. Is there any rhyme or reason as to how they get placed? Because like these two being so far apart, these three being connected, it's a little weird. What do I want to do? We want to grab, I guess, the Viper and see how the supercharged slots behave. Alright, so we've got some supercharged slots. So, are these intended to boost a base module or a... Well, let's see what we can do with it anyways. Let's just slap the same thing on. So with this setup that we have, I guess, let's see, if I do this, let's change it. 30,000, 28. Alright, so by arranging that, we get to 30,304 DPS. We're gonna see what happens if we place this exact same formation in the slot over there and see what happens. Now it's more powerful than it was before. Holy shit. That's actually more damage than it was when we first had it. Weird. Okay. Supercharging is a thing. We don't even know if that's the right order for everything. So, as we said yesterday, at the start of stream, because of the, or I'm sorry, at the end of the first stream, because of the discovery of this planet, what we're actually going to plan to do is a community series of races, including pet races. So the fashion show is not happening as it has previously. We're working on this community planet and turning it into like a racing derby event planet as well. So if anything, find your fastest air and ground mounts that you can find, and they might be put to use. 18,000 DPS. 64,000. So it seems to be that so far the best juice that I can squeeze out of this is 79,340 DPS without looking at my other bits yet. That's kind of neat. That's actually more powerful than it was before. So I have no right to complain about the actual sheer power that I was able to get rid of or accumulate for it. So that's fixed. It's different. I still don't have these to connect to them, but I can put them on other ships now. 94,000 DPS. Okay, there is reason to not link them all. 98,000 DPS. Oh wait a minute, these are the bigger ones anyways. I shouldn't be getting that. I should be getting excited, but these aren't the S grade ones anymore. We're socketing in the big boys. 98,000. Oh come on, we gotta get 100,000. We gotta get 100,000 somehow. If I can get to 98,000 DPS, and heat dispersion on this one is 40, or sorry, fire rate is 43 and damage is 8. Alright. Interesting that they won't pursue you into there. Alright, let's see this weapon in action. Oh my goodness! Holy shit! Come here, you! Where'd you go? Holy crap! Yeah. Bigger and badder than ever. I'm noticing that they seem to be spinning out proportional to the damage that they're taking. Zip! Zip! At this point in time, this might actually be the most powerful weapon in all of No Man's Sky. Right now, on the experimental build, this might be the most powerful weapon. I'm curious. Can you defeat the Sentinel Freighter? No, you can't. Goodness. Imagine if you used ammunition instead of heat dispersion, right? I mean, that would be what my life in this game would be, farming ammunition. Like launching from the space station or something. You know what the crazy thing is, though, is that, like, the numbers were still pretty good before, you know, before 4.0. But the supercharged slots here have made my hundreds of hours of farming for these very components very worth it. You know, provided they don't get nerfed. Where's your freighter? Where's the freighter at? Okay, goodness. Little burst fire. How much is it actually? I don't want you to actually break anything. Uh-oh. Yeah, even just tapping it does tons of damage. Let's see what weapon this is. This is our supercharged infinite accelerator. And until someone shows me a screenshot otherwise, I'm gonna claim that this is the most powerful weapon in No Man's Sky. Until I see someone post otherwise. Self-proclaimed. But it's not sitting in the freighter, though. I'm surprised. Imagine what the equivalent of this, you know, like, there's an equivalent to this for jetpack jumps, for light year jumps, for explorers. Heck, I bet, like, making the most unkillable shields will be a thing now. They added them tech slots to all systems? Nope, it's not that. Oh, yes, they did. So it's a supercharged slot, and I don't know what determines the number. Like in my starship, an S grade 1 has 4, which is an incredible reason to go for an S grade 1 now, if that's the case. If it's 4, 3, 2, 1 slots for a supercharge. Look, I'm farming nanites doing this. This is one of those things where actually using the lock-on assist has some uses, because it's like the computer actually is outperforming my own actions. It's just like, no, you can't physically shoot this fast. I've got this. And you're like, okay, machine spirit, take me away. There only 4 sentinel warnings. What's a guy gotta do to get to rank 5 here? Supercharging mining yields for your runaway mold farms. Woo! Alright, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick! This is my rapid fire boomstick. Ship mounted. Maybe attacking the space station can only get you to category 4. I don't want to do the emergency warp though, because it's gonna break a system. You have enough X's for jetpack and drive testing. Yo, I wonder if Exocraft have it too! How many nanites have I got now? 20,104! Although, I think that was like 9,000 nanites that we got from this. That was fast. I'd have to look at my screen though to confirm for sure. Am I shouting over the game sound? Is it too loud? We're back. Now that we can hear each other. Could you guys hear me at all before as I was shouting over everything? So as we're seeing, it does just totally shred. Well, chat, I can safely say that is a massive upgrade. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. The most, if not among the most powerful weapons currently in No Man's Sky. It'll be awesome to see what kind of custom things people start putting up for that. Well, I guess I can take this time to jump back now, huh? Flat. Gotta be careful, don't want it to become a bad guy. Don't make me shoot that guy. Don't make me do it. Bat. Bat. Well, shit. Looks like I did it anyways. Okay, so let's get ready to see if we can get the big ship to spawn, since it just did that. So what did we discover? Well, it's not that we discovered anything, it's just that, like, in what they put into the game is these supercharged slots that drastically increase the technology in the slot that you put them in. And as you can see, it melts. And I gotta say to all my friendlies, I'm sorry, man, but this is a Wendy's. How do you get the supercharged slot? It's on the experimental build currently for No Man's Sky. Like, just complete and utter carnage. Pugnium on tap. Another piece of salvaged glass. So you got your DPS back. It's more. My peak DPS prior to 4.0 was 64,000 DPS, I think we got it to. Afterwards, it got dropped down to about what was it? I'm trying to even remember what it was. I think it was like 25,000 DPS. Let's warp out to avoid more sentinels and woo! Process what we've just found out. Man, oh man, those supercharged slots are crazy. And they seem that they will more than adequately reward your efforts for grinding out tech slots. Unless, now here's the other thing though. This might be a big deal. For all we know, the holy grail now is to find an S-class ship that has so many linkable mods. Because if you look over here, our super slots are 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? But if we look over at the exosuit, it's 1, 2, 3. That's kind of weird, and the spacing is very different. So I wonder if the Holy Grail is now going to be finding a ship or a multi-tool that has the slots that are super souped up in a position where they can actually link together. In which case, for this one, we have 3 that we can connect to successfully, so that there could be a better one. Yeah, S-class ships only get 4 random slots, but what I'm saying is that where those 4 are might matter. What I need to do is go land and grab my other S-grade ships and see where their spread of the tech slots are. But that might mean, though, that some S-grade ships that you have might not be as desirable because their slots might be bad now. Like, if this was in all 4 corners, then we wouldn't be able to get to the number that we're at. Taking a low-tech S-class ship is gonna make it more likely to get the slots in the right spot. Aha! Yes, because there will be less slots to occupy. Well, that's not necessarily true, though. We've seen, like, ships that have only this one unlocked, and then these are all locked, and then there's ones down here. Let's go ahead and take a look at another ship of ours. So, for example, the Golden Vector. The Golden Vector might be really good or really weird now. The Vector slot, one in the far corner over here. You can unlock more too, but when, like, is it going to be random then when you get your supercharged slot? I wonder. There's a lot of questions here now. Paladin dropship. Now the Paladin is I upgraded it from C to S class, or B to S class. So it looks like there's not in the best spots, necessarily, as well. These two are going to be able to get together. So, wow, I feel, like, lucky that I've got one that's got 3 that are linking. Wow, ship hunting just became a whole nother layer of really, really, really potent. This is a big deal. We've got some Twitch drop ships as well. I'll check on that in a moment. So, like, this one here is an A class and has 2 that are linked up like that. Let's take a look at the Twitch dropship. Such as the Silver Vector. Silver Vector is A-class and only has 1 stock in it. Interesting. Yep, aren't we glad that we didn't delete all of our tech in a fit for the 15 nanites, chat? So, this is very interesting. These ships are definitely not created equally. Now, the real question is going to be is, are these random when you get them in? So, to date, we've only seen linking 3 of those things, so I have to imagine that the Holy Grail is going to be getting a 4th one right next to it. So yeah, ship hunting. Ship hunting is back on the menu, chat. It's no longer just about looks. I mean, it is. Now it's about looks and function. Damn. And my Viper is by and far my best ship now. Let me know if your supercharged loadout looks different than this one. I only see 3. One on the far right, and 2 towards the middle. 1 and 2. So 1, 2, and 3. Cadmium drive, emerald drive, hyperdrive. Oh, okay, never mind. So this one has 3 as well. So this one's actually kind of similar to the other one. So this one does have 4. So the tip that I would give about supercharging, based upon what we've seen, is that linking a slot isn't necessary. Like, for us, I guess I could go down the list, but having this outlawed evaporative refractor in a supercharged slot outweighed the need to link it with another one. So, like, the Q resonator goes up to 4 cannons if we put it up there, but even if I put it down here, the damage output will drop to 83,000. That's actually quite a steep fall off. So if I link it here without that one, 87,000. So I think we can get to 100,000 damage. I'm gonna need to find pirate ones and roll the dice on them, but I think I can get to 100,000. I just got to get these other ones to 40, these 41s to become 43s. And like maybe 1%, one of these 7s to become 8% damage increase. Try upgrading the B grade module. You can't upgrade this one. This is one that you buy from the anomaly. This is just like one of the extra not tiered ones. You get what I mean? The only thing that's unfortunate about this stuff is the difficulty sliders, I think, kind of invalidate this. You can just go and just buy everything for free now and just reset, I think, all the time, but it's still pretty cool. All right. Well, we still have to try out our jetpack and use our other tech slots, chat. So let's go land on a planet and so I don't know how it's going to work with your inventory, but it seems to be like they were saying there is a chance that it will show up. This is 4.04. I guess the tanks is most important out of all of these, right? Fuel efficiency is also good. 22% fuel efficiency. So the thing that gets boosted majorly is not the tank. I guess in this instance, I don't know if the fuel efficiency should be valued more. I think fuel efficiency is better than boost power, though. But 233% on jetpack tanks is a pretty big deal. Yeah, these values are all closer, and it's not entirely certain which ones to do. Alright, so let's pack up the 207. Let's pack up the 204. 215, 238, 222. I feel like fuel efficiency is what we need on these ones. 233 on that one becomes 292. That jetpack tank is just so good, but it's just not... It doesn't have... I think we need fuel efficiency on every one of them. I'll tentatively pack this one up. Alright, so let's do 298% there, and let's connect this one here. The actual jetpack itself. Oh man, I actually am not going to be able to really tell the difference with this one, because the jetpack's values itself don't. Oh, interesting. Okay, guess we'll do... Oh wait, that's the refiner. What am I doing? Guess we're gonna want to do... The question now is whether or not to put something on a linked slot or not. What happens if I put the airburst engine in a pumped up slot? I wonder if it makes it recharge really... Let's find out, actually. So airburst engine is equipped. Don't think I really noticed much of a difference on that one being supercharged. Let's find out. Oh, I guess I was on top of this thing first before I ran it too. You're not getting fuel efficiency, you're getting life support. Oh! Did I misunderstand that? I thought fuel efficiency was how long you could boost. Okay, so that changes things. It was a big deal to have the actual jetpack in the or the actual weapon in the supercharged slot last time. Time to supercharge language chips. See what they all do! I mean, we had like a really crazy life support module. I wonder if we can... Actually, that's what I was just gonna ask myself, is are there any salvaged glass components that might be really good? So yeah, life support tanks and this thing seems like it was nerfed. We had a really powerful one before. It was like 98% increased Yeah, these things. These things can be supercharged too. They actually might be more worthwhile for me to do it. Depending on what they do. Solar panel power plus 55% life support tanks plus 94. 31% shield strength, 11% fuel efficiency, 23% solar power, 12% sprint, 15% life support tanks. 94% life support tank. Can we toss that here? 118% life support tanks, 3% solar power. So if those wind up stacking too... I thought these were supposed to stack, did they not? Are these only one per? Are the living ships supercharged? Mine has none. Mine also might not be all that upgraded, so... Okay, so let's do some Exocraft tests then. Still somewhat of a noob to this game, but what do you mean by supercharged slots? Supercharged slots are a brand new thing that they're testing right now in the experimental build, and it's... Oh, let's make jetpack. Sweet, sweet jetpack boost, especially in the fire. It is something that multiplies the power of certain tech slots, and where that they are on your ship is important. That, at this point, what to expect. We're still kind of like experimenting with it. So the roamer, our roamer has 1, 2, 3 slots here. Now, this is something that I'm not sure how they're going to balance, because I'm guessing Exocraft must have the same components for all of them, because, what, you can't delete an Exocraft, right? So, let's see the difference between these things. Hypersonic neutrino injector, fuel usage and top speed. Top speed is 13%. Goes up to 43%. Okay, let's do a comparison of all of this before we change it all. Let's do this. Alright, so they're linked up. This is the speed currently of our... This might be great for our racing stuff, guys. This might be just in time. So this is upgrades as it currently is without any supercharged slots or optimization. Let's go ahead and see. So top speed is 15%. 41% top speed. 39% top speed. We don't know what supercharging the engine itself does. And doing this, we don't have any of them linked. You don't see the upgrade. So if I go over here and I link them together, you won't see their actual benefit. That number won't change. That's why this is a little tricky. So let's try having those ones on the superchargers. That's definitely noticeably different. That's definitely noticeably different. Look at the air you get now on that. Yeah, though we can see, though, even doubling the speed of this doesn't make it the fastest thing in the world, but it certainly matters. So let's see. So the boosts for other things probably really matter, too. So, like... Okay, well, we do need to test now, though. Like, what happens if we put the engine in instead? Is that faster? It's hard to tell. You'd have to actually use the racing modules to be able to tell the difference. Alright, so now the question is does it matter to link these up like this? Because we can still do that and have them connected, right? Oh, I can see my speed in the bottom. I'm so silly. Okay, never mind. I can actually see this. I wasn't aware that I could see the speedometer. So 40.7, and then it's 40.8, 40.9. And then boosted, we get up to... Ooh, boosted doesn't reflect speed. Okay, so 40. Alright, let's grab you and put you there. 45. Definitely faster. Wow, and you can actually do, like, full slides now. That's pretty cool. So supercharged slots do matter. They do. Let's try, I can only imagine that the bike will be even faster. 27. Okay, that's actually a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. So let's put it in a supercharged slot now. 27. I don't have as many upgrades for this one as well. Oh, that tech is supercharged already. 33 with that one. Okay, so that's my fastest Exocraft is the other one currently. I mean, I guess I could uninstall the engines off of the other ones. My vote, though, is after seeing how fast you can get the roamer, that the roamer should be the preferred one for this. I think it would be the most fun. Alright, we should see significant increases on this thing now. Maybe. Not as significant as I would have thought. Not quite as significant as I would have thought. It certainly, unless I'm not really giving it a lot of credit, it seems to me that it doesn't get that much more lift. Nah, the new upgrades for the Minotaur make it corner pretty quickly, actually. Alright, so let's see what speed we can get this boosted up to. Oh, they link on corners too? So we'll do that then. Alright. 53 units. Hell yeah. It's certainly faster than the other one. A lot of air tank. Whoa! A lot of air with it. I make little buggy so fast. We're trying the supercharged slots out now with speed. Speed performing. So now this is the racetrack that we were on before. And we're taking a drive through it now with the increased engine speeds. It's pretty neat, chat. Like a lot of satisfying amounts of air now that you can get. Whoa! What about the Nomad? We're gonna check the Nomad in a moment. The Nomad isn't all that neat of a vehicle, but it probably is actually the best vehicle. Especially with invalidating the water hazards. What do you think though, chat? Oh, wasn't, I still got over it though. Oh, shit. Honestly, like, I'm a fan of RNG, so some of you guys might disagree, but I actually think that the random supercharged slots in their locations is a really, really enticing reason to hunt for other ships. Getting something that has supercharged slots next to each other must be powerful. Adjacent boost plus supercharge equals strong. Yeah, so I lucked out with this one because I've got 1, 2 here that are connected and a third one that's not quite connected, but I can bridge them all together. So I'm curious as to whether or not... I actually don't know the answer to that. We have something else that we can test right now. What happens if I take the same loadout from this fighter and put it on my exotic that has less slots, but better hyper slots? This might actually give me a reason to really want to fly this exotic that I have. Okay, so we have 4 tech supercharged slots, and 3 of them are side by side. Everything else is broken on it. I haven't taken the time to repair them. We're gonna see if... Oh, we need to get the Infraknife accelerator off of the other one as well. We're testing to see if we can get our Infraknife to be... Could be an insane hyper jump ship, right? This ship might wind up being my racing ship. Because I believe the exotics are actually really fast. The question will be whether or not its hitbox is bad for racing, because the wing will be dragging the ground. Oh, can you not take the actual technology off of it? You have to straight up build it each time? I wouldn't be surprised if there were other weapons that did far more damage than what we've got. Question's gonna be is whether or not the actual Infraknife accelerator itself matters on that spot. So connected like this, 58,000 DPS. So that actually did not get us closer to it. 82, it got close. It got close. 89,000. So almost caught up. The question will be now whether or not the speed upgrades on this are better. But if exotics like this have the fastest base speed, then I'll probably work on this one for that. Deploy you. Now we have to figure out how to get the best again. Oh, 98,232. We already got it. Okay. So the next thing that I do... Oh wow, my pulse engine wasn't upgraded at all on this ship. Yeah, the Golden Vector has 2 side-by-side slots and 1 at the top as well. So this would also be really good. I could see myself maybe trying to swap damage on... I mean, I don't want to use the vector for everything, but I guess if it gets me to 100,000 DPS, maybe. But I'm pretty sure that this one is not as strong as the other. What do you think? Should I try it? We've also got these: maneuverability, pulse drive, fuel, and boost. Pulse drive power. Alright, so this is going to be a speed test. The Golden Vector, currently right now, I have reason to believe this is my fastest ship, unless the Viper is better. Alright, into the track. See if we can watch that speedometer. Alright, so Golden Vector on the track for low speed flight. 151 units per second non-boosted. Actually seems a little bit tougher to keep this one closer to the ground. Again, I noticed that all ships' body styles do that. So now let's go for the boost. Okay, 240, 239. Alright, that's certainly really fast. That is certainly really fast. 239, 240 seems to be where we're maxing out here. With this ship, at least. Okay, so it's looking like putting the actual faster components on the boosters with the engine do more than... Yeah, pulse drive power at 63% just doesn't quite seem like it's juicing it that much. Okay. Now we gotta go ahead and see if, either our sail ship or our exotic can be cranked even harder. Exocraft needed a speed boost. Exocraft upgrading is gonna be awesome. I only wish that there was something you could do to pull the upgrades closer together. Because it's neat. It's really neat now. But the equality in ships now, like an S-grade ship that has side-to-side superchargers, is way more valuable now than one, like if you had a supercharger, like one up here, one down here, one up here, and one down here, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Now what we're trying to do is find S-grade ships that look as good as we want, are the grade that we want, and also have the slots that they want. So for people who like to actually hunt and collect this stuff, it is going to be really interesting. 13% heat dispersion, 14% fire rate, 6% damage becomes 41% heat dispersion, 43% fire rate, 8% damage. It's actually more worthwhile to not have them connected, because we get like 43, 41, and 7, bringing us to 98,232 DPS. This is experimental only. This is not live yet. So if you want to give feedback about this, go ahead and give it to them, because they're looking for it. So yeah, my Infraknife Accelerator went from 64,000 peak DPS before 4.0, got dropped down to about 24,000 DPS after the 4.0 dropped, and now on test patch 4.04, 98,000 DPS for this Infraknife Accelerator.